Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of Aviassembly. So, last episode we stopped off when we had just built this beauty right here. And it actually looks like our first real plane. It's surprising how long it's actually taken us to get to this point, but here we are. So, let me get this put on properly. There we go. Let's give this thing its first maiden voyage. On the downside, I actually realized these guys I had tucked in all the way, and there was no way to get them out once I pushed them in all the way. So I'm hoping I can. Yes, I can move and delete them now. So those are big external fuel tanks, which gives me 4 fuel. Lots of weight though. So this is 0.8 for 2 or 0.16 for 4. So it is the same weight. The tank itself has no weight, but the fuel has a weight, I guess. Oh, that's fuel weight. There we go. Okay. Weight of 2, weight of 1. This whole... Okay, yeah, so it is better. Okay. There we go. Take off. Give me a second here. Made that just a little too tight. There we go. So, our center of gravity is still a little far back, but when we give it some throttle, we're good. So, you need a stone. We don't have the storage for a stone as far as I'm aware, right? Yeah, we're close, but not quite. You need fish and fruit. You need stone. You need tools. You need glass. Okay, so I guess we should really grab those tools. How many tools do we need? 5 tools. And then that gives us 35, so I guess, yeah, why not? Ooh. We are going to need to upgrade our wheels. Jesus. It flies nice. It has a little bit of nose down. And that's because the fuel tanks are there and there's just a little bit more weight towards the front. But it does look like a real plane finally. I actually like how that turned out. It turned out really nicely. Oh, and we burned through no fuel, which is beautiful. Oh, no, I did have it down. Don't stall on me. Come on, Butte. Flies like a beauty. Nope. Oh, that was a brutal landing. Okay, load cargo. We need 1, 2. How much do we need? 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. $1,300 I mean, we should be able to make it. Still flies nice. It's a little bit pitchy, but I think it'll handle fine. I just have to fly across the entire map, yeah. This thing flies really nice, actually. It needs a little bit more lift towards the front, just to help out with that nosing down. I do want to eventually build a plane that flies really smooth in a straight line. Like at one point in the demo, I did this on my own time once we were done the demo, but I attached pretty much as many engines as I could and as many fuel tanks as I could, and I just created a rocket because I was trying to get over here. And I think it was actually heading to the desert in my tests, but in the demo it would, once you got to a boundary point, it would send you back. but it wasn't actually like a specific point on the map that it would send you back. It was like a time after you left a certain point. So I'd try and get as much altitude, and I'd try and just bomb dive towards the frozen island or the desert island. I forget which it was. And I ended up just getting to the shoreline, and I was doing my wings were starting to get like friction issues. Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. There's the money. And the scrap. Beautiful. Now we have 40 scrap. We need 10 more. Nothing new for this spot? No, okay. So anywhere need ice? No. 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 Meh. Nope. So we need stone. We need glass. So I guess we'll go and get those glass. Sorry. I know. I'm flying like a maniac. I was flying like a maniac. I don't know how else to say other than, I know I'm being stupid. Give me a break. We need to get better landing gear. Because this landing gear is starting to max out just under the weight of the plane. That's a bit of a problem. And skim over the top of the mountain and over the top of the tallest tree. I did clear that one spot in here. Okay, I did. Good. But at one point, if you get enough airspeed, I don't know what point it is. I think it's like 300. The wings start to give out. At least the small jet wings. I don't know about the other ones. Me and my 6 dual prop wing. Bingo. On the runway, which is what counts, in my opinion. Okay, where are we going? Oh, sorry. We need glass, which is going down to here. Yeah. Refuel, map, load, I need. Yep, I was going to figure that would happen, but I'm hoping I have enough lift to get me off the ground. Well, we broke 3. Come on, close that. There we go. Yeah. We got 5 out of 8, which isn't too bad. Just those wheels could not take the hit. But this will give us more scrap once we finish this. Hopefully we land with at least 4 of them intact. 4 or 5, 3 or 4 would be nice. But it's nice to finally have a proper plane. Something semi-reliable. My one singular front wheel, so we're going to tail strike and try and come in as gentle as is humanly possible. Perfect. That is exactly what I was talking about. Am I too far? I'm too far. There we go. Some more money, need some more glass. We are going to try and reset at this airport. And then we're going to double check, and I need to take crab there. So how far away is this place? How far away is the mine? 1 second. Load. If I take fish, you're at 8.6. If I take fish, You're at 8.1. That was 8.6, right? Yep. So we're going to do this one. We're going to clear the inventory, obviously. I'm going to give myself as much of an opportunity as I can. I need how many fish? I need 2 fish and 3 crab. So we're going to hit this button. We're going to hit this button. We're going to 1, 2, 1. And I guess that's it. We'll deal with 3 crab laters. Later. 3 crabs later. Come on. I'd like to be able to do this. I know it's close. I'm at full speed. No, we're not going to make it. Because when we're at a quarter, we need to be at about 2,000. And this plane does 150. It's a good plane. It just doesn't quite have enough speed. So we will worry about that later. Yeah, fish expired. I don't. Not much I can really do about that, honestly. But with bigger wings, we'll be able to put some more engines on them, and hopefully that'll work. Okay, refuel load. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no problem taking off with just 3. They can haul the inventory. It can haul the full inventory. It just depends what it is and what the weight of that is. That's where the problems start to occur. There we go. And just bob up a little bit over the mountain. There we go. And landing gear. Damn it. Damn it. I knew I was coming down too hard too. I knew it. Okay, so we need fish. It's the fish and the fruit, right? That's all it is, fish and fruit. It's not going to happen. And I have to fly all the way up there for the glass, which is in the way. So we're going to go to base, because I do have 836 bucks. We'll go to edit plane, and we'll take a look at this. So my center of gravity is here, and I should really have my center of lift centered to my center of gravity. A lift of 6, lift of 10. So I could just do something like this, which would give me a little bit more lift in the front, but I don't really want to do that. And I also need to get better landing gear for the back. I don't want to go batteries yet. We don't need it. I can get more fuel. I don't need that. I need more thrust. And one thing we could do is put thrust. I'm sorry, what? That is not what I was going for. Ooh, I saw it. Nope, I didn't. Come on. I really wish you could like adjust where your center view was. There, that's what we're looking for. There are planes that have a jet engine on their back wing. Now we could do that at a price of 300. That consumes 3 fuel, and it gives me 15 thrust. Or I could do this. Wrong direction. And I think there is a way to turn the direction around, but come on. There we go. Move them this way. Yeah. It does give me a little bit more thrust. It gives me, well, 20 thrust more. Yeah, my wheels just screaming for help. So what we're going to do is we're going to bounce over this way. And close that. Because what's my speed up to now? If we're just coasting. Trying to keep my altitude level. Doing about 180 compared to the 140 we were doing. It does use up a little bit more fuel, but we still have enough fuel to make the trip over here, so I think we should be good for the trip there. Okay, so refuel, load the cargo. It's 2 fish. Did we blow them both? We blew them both. No, wait, we only... What? It looks like they're there. If you clip through the grounds, I don't know what it thinks it's doing. We're going to load. We're going to load 2 of them and see what we can do. We are faster. Yeah, no, they're both blown. I got something weird going on with, like, I'm drifting to the one side. I don't know why. It's getting close, dude, but it's just not enough. It might be enough, actually. It's so close. It is close as can be. Okay, well, I think I have some more research points. Research. I do. I need better wheels. Clearly I need better wheels. Okay, unlock that. Because I think with better wheels, I wouldn't have had a problem with that. And in theory, I could do like a jet type plane. But we will see. We'll change the wheels around. Get rid of those. Get better wheels. They are more expensive. They're $100 more. Okay, once I can get rid of that. Put the better wheels in. My front wheel doesn't need to be improved, which is fine. We do need more thrust. So we can put these guys in. They would actually give me more thrust than I actually originally had. How... Yeah, the drag on that is brutal, though. If we can move them in, that seems like cheating, but I will take it. I want to just have the center. There we go. In theory, that should work. Front wheel lower than rear wheel. I feel like that's not that much of an issue, but okay, we will scoot this guy down just a little bit. Front wheel lower. Okay, you know what? How's that? There we go. Yeah, no, this looks weird. I don't like that. Edit the plane. Yeah, continue. Because it doesn't even lean onto the front wheel. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this. Oh, nope, I was already on that. There we go. Now, how are we doing for speed? We're hitting 140, 160, 180. Same speed, roughly, actually. I'm curious why. They do have better... they should have better thrust. But these wheels are heavier, so that might just be the difference of the better thrust equaling out with the heavier wheels. They do consume more fuel, though, so we'll see. Okay, well, we'll do this properly, I guess. Come on, brake. There we go. Refuel, load cargo. Oh, the fish has more time than the crab does. I just noticed that. Oh, did I get a crab? I did get one crab. Come on. My volume also glitched out, so my apologies. It's been doing weird things lately. Ooh, damn it. That could have I could have just ruined that because I left my gear down. Did I get this one? It still needs a glass, so... Nope. Dang it. Well, we'll get the glass. It'll give me 40 more points. And hopefully that'll give me something better for like an engine. It's a bit frustrating. I was hoping to get that done. There we go. Refuel, load cargo, 1 glass. Boom. Right, it is just the one. Yeah. You need stone, but we need 300 space for that. Oh, look, there's a mountain again. I'm just gonna dodge the mountain. I love how I act surprised because there's a mountain, but there's mountains everywhere. This is a cool plane, especially without the 2 back here, but Other than that, I'd say it's a pretty much realistic plane. Properly built, properly designed, properly, I don't know, functional. I mean, these guys are a little bit, these turbines here are a little close to the frame, but I feel like I can call this realistic even with that. Our landing capabilities are still a little bit lackluster. Brain words. Here's some coins. And thank you for the supplies. Here's some scrap. Oh, that 50 scrap. Could use some more materials. Of course you could. I was wondering if they would need more. Lumber, copper, and steel. So I gotta go over here to the lumber farm, or the lumber mill. Zip back to the airport, or sorry, to base. Check out the research tree here. We could get a better turboprop engine with more thrust. Same consumption, same little bit more weight, but or we could go for this guy, or we could get the big wings, but I'm not sure about that yet, especially with our speed is the problem, so we need to get more. We need to go this route, I think. So I think that's what next episode is going to be. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great week and stay safe, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Till then, peace out, and bye.